Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Today we will be starting with the new chapter. It is buyback of shares. The name of the chapter is buyback of shares. Now, the name itself, you can come to know that buyback of shares means to buy back, to repurchase the shares. Now, when we talk about shares, what does it refer to? It refers to equity shares here. You all have done one chapter called redemption of preference shares in your last semester. Now, what do you mean by redemption of preference shares? Redemption means repayment of the capital. The preference share capital, which is paid by the preference shareholders after a certain period of time, that money is returned to the concerned preference shareholders. But as we know, equity shares constitute the permanent capital of the company. Equity shares are also called as residual shares. That is, once you purchase the equity shares, that will only be repaid. The equity shares will only be repaid at the time of the winding up of the company. Winding up of the company means closure of the company. When the company comes to closure, comes to end, that time at the end, the equity shareholders are repaid. That is why it is also said that the equity shareholders have residual claim. That is, they get their amount of the capital at the end. But there is one concept known as buyback of shares. Here, what happens? The company, what does it do from the shareholders? It repurchases its own shares. That is known as buyback of shares. Why? I don't know how many of you remember, but while doing the redemption of preference shares, I had explained you in brief about this concept that is known as buyback of shares. Now, buyback means purchasing back. Who does the buyback? The buyback is done by the company. What does the company do? It repurchases the shares which were once sold by the company to the shareholders. Those shares are purchased back by the company. So, as the meaning says, what is the meaning of the buyback? The term buyback means the buying back by the company of its shares or other securities from their holders, from their shareholders. It is also known as share or stock buyback. It is also known as share or stock buyback. See, once again, buyback, once again, I am repeating, buyback of shares means buying back of the shares by the company from whom? From the shareholders. The concept is known as, the chapter is known as the second chapter which we are doing today, which we are starting from today, is known as buyback of shares. So here, what happens? The company is buying back the shares, the equity shares, which were once sold out by the company to the shareholders. Now that shares are bought back by the company. This procedure is known as buyback of shares. Now, what will be the effect of buyback of shares? When the buyback is carried out, there is a reduction in the share capital to the extent of the face value of the shares brought back. That is, for example, if the company has 1 lakh shares, if the company has 1 lakh shares issued to the shareholders, तो अज्यूम करो कंपनी के पास कितने शेयर्स है, 1 लाख शेयर्स है issued to the shareholders. Now the company decides to buy back the shares, and the decision is passed as to buy back 10,000 shares. 1 lakh shares hai total. From 1 lakh shares, it is decided to buy back 10,000 shares of the company. Now, when from 1 lakh total number of shares, 10,000 shares are bought back by the company, what happens? जो पहले 1 lakh shares were there, now because 10,000 shares are bought back from the shareholders, now the shares existing in the market reduces. There is a reduction from 1 lakh. The reduction now is of 10,000. That means from 1 lakh now the shares existing in the market comes to 90,000. There is a reduction in the share capital, correct? There is a reduction in the share capital as and when buyback happens. Now, there is a payment from the company. Now, buyback cannot be done free of cost. That is, when the company is buying the shares from the shareholders, what will the shareholders ask for their shares? They will ask a payment. They will say, okay, you purchase the shares from us, but what will we get in return? We will get in return the amount, the price for the shares. So there is a payment from the company to the extent of the price of the shares. So what happens? One, there is a reduction in the share capital when buyback happens. Second, there is a payment from the company to the shareholders. Third, the shareholders whose shares are brought cease to be the shareholders of the company. That means their ownership, their shareholdership comes to an end when the shareholders submit their shares back to the company. When they sell their shares back to the company, their shareholdership, they end their shareholdership, their ownership rights in the company is ended. They cease to be the shareholders of the company. That means their names are cancelled from the register of shareholders. You know, register of members, they, whenever some person, some individual purchases the shares of the company and becomes the shareholder of the company, his name is entered in the register of members. But when those shares which are purchased by the company is again sold, now here in buyback, the shares are sold to the company, sold back to the company. As soon as the shares are sold to the company, the shareholders membership is cancelled. They end, there is an end to their shareholdership. They choose to be the shareholders of the company. This is the three effect of buyback. One, there is a reduction in the share capital, because I explained you here, if there are 1 lakh shares in the company, if the company decides to buy back 10,000 shares out of 1 lakh, now when the company buys the shares from the market, from the shareholders, the 10,000 shares, after purchasing 10,000 shares from 1 lakh, 10,000 shares are bought back. That means they are cancelled. Now there is a reduction from 1 lakh. Because 10,000 shares are bought back, now the existing shares in the market are only 90,000. So this is one effect. Second, when 10,000 shares are purchased from the company has to make payment to the shareholders. That is the second effect. There is a payment involved. And the third effect is, as soon as the shares are bought back by the company, the shareholders' rights, the shareholders' membership in the company comes to an end. These are the three effects. Now let us move ahead. And let us see the objectives of buyback. Let us learn the objectives of buyback. Now, the first objective is to increase the earning per share. Now, what do you mean by earning per share? Earning per share is the earning means profit. Earning means returns. Earning means profit. I will take the same example which I gave you earlier. That is, suppose there are 1 lakh shares in the company. Suppose there are 1 lakh shares in the company, and the profit earnings for the year is 10 lakhs. Suppose there are 1 lakh shares in the company. Suppose there are 1 lakh shares in the company, and the returns by the company is suppose 10 lakhs and shares are 1 lakh. So total 10 lakhs when divided by total number of shares, that is 10 lakhs, 10 lakhs divide by 1 lakh, how much return per share is getting? How much return per share is getting? That is, if the company is making a earning, is making a profit of 10 lakhs and the number of shares is 1 lakh. So how much earning will be earned by per share? That we will come to know when 10 lakh is divided by 1 lakh. You come to know that earning per share is 10 rupees. Try everyone. 10 lakh divided by 1 lakh. You will get 10 rupees. That is, earning per share is 10 rupees. Now, when we do a buyback, that is from 1 lakh, when we purchase from 1 lakh, when we purchase 10,000 shares, from 1 lakh, when we purchase 10,000 shares, what happens? Our share capital reduces, our number of shares reduces from 1 lakh to 90,000. Reduces from 1 lakh to 90,000. That time, what will be our earning per share? 10 lakh. Earning तो हमारा 10 lakh है, पर हमारा number of shares 1 lakh से 90,000 हो गया. Our earning, what will be the effect on earning? Tell me. When there is a buyback, that is from 1 lakh shares, the company has brought back 10,000 shares. So now the remaining shares in the market is only 90,000. Our earning of 10 lakh when divided upon 90,000 shares, what will be the earning per share? Can anyone tell me? 10 lakh divide by 90,000, it will be 11.11. मतलब 10 रुपए. जब buyback नहीं किया था, when buyback did not happen, the earning was 10 rupees. Now when we have done the buyback, the earning is 11.11 rupees. That is, there is an increase in earning per share. That is what they say, कि अगर शेयर होल्डर ज्यादा रहेंगे तो प्रॉफिट के ज्यादा हिस्से होंगे. इफ देर आर मेनी शेयर होल्डर्स, द डिविजन इन द प्रॉफिट विल बी मोर. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सपोज यू हैव ऑर्डर्ड अ पिज्जा. Suppose you have ordered one pizza, and when you ordered a pizza, only you and your brother was there in your house. you and your brother decided to order a pizza. So when the pizza arrived at your doorstep, before that, your sister and your mother also entered the house. Now you had assumed that जो पिज्जा है आप और आपके ब्रदर खाने वाले हो, मतलब आप दोनों को ज्यादा पीसेस मिलते पिज्जा के. लेकिन क्या कोइंसिडेंस हो गया, क्या बैड लक हो गया. What happened, your mom and your sister also entered the house at the time when the pizza came. So now what will happen, there will be more shareholders in the pizza. The pizza which was initially decided to be shared between two of you, you and your brother. Now your mother and your sister also will get a share in the pizza. What will happen? There will be more division in the pizza. That is, earlier both of you, we suppose 6 पीसेस है, दोनों को 3-3 पीस मिलने वाला था. बट बिकॉज 2 लोग और आ गए, अब वो पिज्जा का कितना हिस्सा होगा? अब वो पिज्जा का 4 हिस्सा होगा. पता नहीं किसको कितना मिलेगा. नाउ इट विल बी इन द 6 pieces divided by 4 means how many pieces will each one get? 1.5 piece. That means कहाँ 3 piece मिलने वाला था, and now only you will get 1.5 piece. 1.5 piece मिलेगा of the pizza. That is because there are more shareholders. The same thing happens with the company when some of the shareholders are purchased, when there is a buyback, the number of shareholding decreases. So earning ज़्यादा मिलते हैं when there is buyback. When the buyback of share, initially 1 lakh shares were there and 10,000 shares are bought back, that is only 90,000 shares are left in the company. The earnings will be divided in less number of shares, therefore the earning per share will be higher. The earning per share will be higher. So the first objective of buyback is to increase the earning per share, to increase the profit per share is the first objective of buyback. Second objective, to reduce the excess share capital. If the management of the company believes that the share capital is in excess, ज़्यादा है, if the management is of the opinion that the share capital is excess, is extra, is in extra quantity that should be reduced, the company decides to do a buyback. So the buyback reduces the share capital. This I have told you in the effect also. There is a reduction in the share capital. Next, third one, if the company is having idle cash lying in the business, the company is having surplus cash, idle cash lying idle in the business, what the company will do, the company can utilize this excess surplus cash for the buyback purpose, for the purpose of buyback. The company can use this excess cash for the purpose of buyback. You know, as I told you, the effect that the shareholders has to be paid, payment is involved in buyback. When the company is purchasing the shares from the shareholder, will they not give something in return? Means क्या फ्री में शेयर्स खरीदेगा कंपनी? Do you think anything in this world is there for free? Some or the other interest. When a person is selling you something, there is an interest lying in that transaction. That may be cash, that may be in some other interest. but nothing is free in this world. So here also, when there is a buyback, what is involved? Cash is involved in buyback. So if the company is having surplus cash lying in the business, then the company can decide to make a buyback. Then the company can decide to make a buyback to use the idle cash lying in the business. That is the third objective. Then what is the fourth objective? To increase the shareholding of the promoters or the present management. See, when the certain amount of share, when there is buyback, some of the share capital reduces, that you know from the second point and from the effect also. We saw the effect of buyback. There also we saw there is a reduction in the share capital. When there is a reduction in the share capital because of buyback, when there is a reduction in the share capital because of buyback, there are less number of shareholders now after buyback. So promoters say that we want to increase our shareholding compared to the shares in the market. So to that purpose, the promoters or the management can decide to make a buyback decision. And the last objective which we will discuss today is to prevent the takeover attempts of the competitors. If the company is if the company is have come to have come to know from their sources, that is, there can be a takeover by the competitor. There is a threat that there can be a takeover. So the company, what they will decide, instead of other company, our competitor trying to buy the shares from the open market and try to take over our company, let we ourselves purchase the shares from the market, so that the other competitor do not get chance to do this thing. तो competitor को ये मौका नहीं मिले कि वो मार्केट से हमारे कंपनी के शेयर्स खरीदे, उससे पहले ही हम लोग ही खरीद लेते हैं मार्केट से अपने शेयर्स. So here the company makes a decision that there is a threat that the competitors may purchase our shares from the market, from the open market. So we will not allow this thing to happen. So in return, let us purchase the shares from the open market and not allow the competitor to take over our company. This may be one of the objective of the company, to prevent takeover attempts of competitors by doing the buyback of shares. By doing buyback, the company may prevent takeover attempts of competitors. One of the other objective of the buyback. Now let us see. We have seen the objectives of buyback. Now let us see some of the legal provisions involved in buyback. Legal provisions means these are some law-related provisions, law-related conditions that has to be fulfilled while conducting buyback. You cannot, this is very one important point which I want to discuss with you all. अब बाईबैक करना है तो कितने भी नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स हम मार्केट में से खरीद नहीं सकते. द कंपनी कैन नॉट बाई as many number of shares as much it wishes from the open market. That is not allowed according to the law, according to the legal requirements, legal provisions. The company cannot as much as it wants, cannot buy the shares from the market. There are certain conditions, legal provisions, which has to be satisfied before buyback. The first condition is, let us discuss some of the legal provisions required for buyback. The first one, sources of fund. So according to section 68(1), subsection 1 of the Companies Act 2013, a company may purchase its own shares or other specified securities. Other specified securities means employee stock option. So other specified securities for buyback out of, see, what will be the sources of fund. When the company decides for the buyback, it has to think about some sources. अब buyback करना है सोच लिया, पर buyback के लिए पैसे भी तो चाहिए, reserves भी तो चाहिए. So what will be the sources of funds from where the company can get the funds for making the buyback possible? For making the buyback possible, what funds the company can use is also one of the important condition to be fulfilled. So it can use its free reserves. Now, what do you mean by free reserves? So free reserves are those reserves which, I'm sorry, let us come. The free reserves are those reserves which are available for distribution as dividend, which are also known as divisible profits, which we have already seen in our last semester, redemption of preference shares. As we have seen कि preference share redemption करने के लिए भी funds चाहिए. The company requires funds to do the redemption, repayment of the preference share capital. But that redemption is done out of what? That redemption is done out of free reserves and proceeds of any shares or other specified securities. And here one more extra reserve is there, that is, we can, for the legal, for the buyback, the sources are free reserves. Free reserves are the divisible profits, are the profits which are available, which are free, are the profits which are kept aside, not for any specific use, are free reserve. Free reserves are the reserves which are maintained by the company for, not for any specific purpose. These are generally saved. Like for example, general reserve, profit and loss account are examples of free reserves. So what we will do, we will use the free reserves for buyback, and we will use the securities premium. This is an additional reserve which can be utilized, for the purpose of buyback. We have seen that for buyback, for redemption of preference share, free security premium we were not using so frequently. But here for buyback, we will be using free reserves as well as securities premium account, as well as the proceeds from, say, proceeds from earlier issue of shares, any shares, but no buyback can be done from the proceeds of earlier issue of same kind of shares. Means when we are buying back equity shares, तो इससे पहले हमने fresh issue भी equity shares का किया हो, if we have done the fresh issue of equity shares only, then that proceeds cannot be considered here. So that proceeds cannot be used for the purpose of buyback. But if it's fresh issue of preference shares, fresh issue of debentures, that can be used for sources of funds. Matlab, when we want to conduct buyback of shares, we require funds. तो funds के लिए हम क्या use करेंगे? We will be using free reserves, we will be using securities premium, we will be using fresh issue of shares. Now, after this, let us see what are the legal provisions for that is continued. Now, according to authorization, who are authorized for buyback? Who can give authorization, permission? What permission, what requirements are there for the conduct of buyback? So what are the requirements? This authorization is according to section 68 subsection 2. It says that articles of association, the primary requirement is that the articles of association of the company should authorize buyback. That is, the permission for buyback should be there in articles of association. These are the rules and regulation for the company. And यहाँ पे in the articles of association, there should be a mention for buyback. If mention is not there, buyback cannot be done. But one condition is there. If there is no authorization in the articles of association for the buyback of shares, then what the company can do? The company can alter the articles of association. In that case, what the company can do, there can be an alter in the articles of association, then change in the articles of association, then the company can have the buyback of shares. So the second condition after articles of association, it was board of directors. It is what? Authorization from board of directors also is required. That is, the board of directors can approve 10%. How much? Buyback के लिए कितना? Share capital, total paid up equity, share capital and free reserves का 10% means they can approve about 10% of the total paid up capital and free reserves of the company for buyback through a resolution in the board meeting. So in a meeting of the board of directors, a resolution can be passed and it can be decided to make a buyback decision of 10% of the paid up equity capital and free reserves of the company and can authorize the buyback. Third, shareholders. The third right for buyback is with the shareholders, and shareholders by passing a special resolution can approve buyback up to 25% of the total paid up capital. Total means equity and preference. Total paid up capital and free reserves of the company. So, but what is required? The shareholders can approve by a special resolution up to 25% of total equity capital in that year. So, who has the authorization? Firstly, there should be an authorization in the articles of association. Secondly, board of directors by passing a resolution in the board meeting can authorize buyback up to 10%, and shareholders by passing a special resolution can approve buyback up to 25% of the paid up capital and free reserves. So इसके बाद what I will do here I will stop, and आगे का parts we will discuss in the next lecture. Now